So we all know that My Winter Car is an upcoming game, and it's after the game My Summer Car. Many people have already played My Summer Car before, but for everyone that hasn't, first, you are missing out on a lot of fun and a lot of brain cells lost. But for everyone that can't wait for My Winter Car, let's see what the biggest difference will be between My Summer Car and My Winter Car. First, we will go through more obvious ones, like the job, project car, weather. But after the general info, we will dive more into the more specific details that will be changed in My Winter Car. So let's start with the basics. First, the project car. We all know that in My Summer Car, the project car was a Satsuma Amp, which was based on a Datsun 100A/Nissan Cherry E10. The player had nothing but the body part, with of course all the parts needed to make the Satsuma drivable. So in My Winter Car, it's a little different. The biggest difference is of course the project car, which is named Chorus Rivet, and this one is based on 1973 to 1975 Ford Taunus TC. The project car in My Winter Car won't be waiting for the player outside his house, but instead the player will first need to make money to buy the car, if he wants to even start the building process. And also, you will need to buy the parts for it. If you don't buy it, then you can forget to build the car. So let's now go to the performance difference. First, the Satsuma has 45 horsepower, but it weighs 670 kilos, and the Rivet has 98 horsepower. But it's a little heavily and it should be around 990 kilo, but that's not fully confirmed. Also, the Satsuma is 1.0L engine and Rivet is 2.0L engine. The Rivet is 2.0 because Topless Gun said the 1.0L one has too lazy performance, and hey, both use gasoline as its fuel. The Satsuma top speed is a little 180 kilometers per hour, and for Rivet it's said to be about 147 kilometers per hour, but of course this is not yet confirmed. And also the Rivet should have way more parts to change as interior as exterior. And also the fun part, it has twice as much problems as Satsuma has, confirmed by Topless Gun. So now we know the Rivet will be better and also worse in some ways. It's more designable, but it has more issues that you will face while driving. So now we move to differences between jobs in My Summer and Winter Car. In My Summer Car, we have many small jobs, as repeatable as non-repeatable ones. So, as repeatable, we have driving grandma to church and delivering her groceries if doesn't accidentally die on weekends while walking to Tamos and getting demolished by a rally car. Deliver firewood to the firewood guy, delivering ads for Tamo, and many others. And also non-repeatable, like helping drunk guys move, hauling wrecked cars, vandalizing the inspection shop, and others. In My Winter Car, there is a big difference that will affect how you will play the game. The player in My Winter Car will have a full-time job that you can get fired from if you slack off, or with the newest update, you could also get fired if you disrespect the boss by flipping him off. But don't worry, you can still make with side jobs even if you have the main job and find some time. You can do the side jobs. Some of them will be the same as they were in My Summer Car. I'm guessing that delivering the firewood or delivering groceries to grandma and driving her to church could be some of the side jobs from My Summer Car. Here are also a few questions about the player's job, a few MWC main job questions. We know the player will work in an office, but how large is the office building and how many other people will work in it? Hard to say whether it is big or small, maybe too big. There are about 6 people working if I remember correctly. If there are other people in the office, will we be able to interact with them? Not really, but you can listen them talk. Are we able to book a day or 2 off every few weeks? Yes, for example, if you work 10 hours from Monday to Thursday, you gain plus 8 hours, which means you can take Friday off. Will the work we'll be doing vary, or will it be the same every day? It is the same. Is the work brain dead and boring, or does it require some skill to do well? Everything is terrible, but yeah, you get better at it. More, you do it. But then again, why would you? You are just a disposable tool to create profit for the employee without any chance to ever climb up the ladder. You are not making world a better place by working there. So it is all about slacking off as much as possible. It's terrible workplace, don't go there. The jobs can probably depend on the weather conditions too. That's why number 3 is player, just player. I don't know how to name it better. We will talk about all the players' changes from My Summer Car to My Winter Car. First one is, of course, clothing. The player in My Winter Car will have to wear warm clothes in order to not freeze if he is outside for too long, so warm clothes is a must in this game. Then we have food. In my summer car, you have to had food in the fridge in order to have it for longer, and if you left the fridge opened for too long, it will spoil as all the coldness came out. But in my winter car, you still need to put food in fridge, but don't have to worry too much about closing it. I mean, you still need to close it, of course, but it won't spoil as fast as in my summer car, as outside is colder. Then we have the player's body weight. As Topless Gun mentioned in my previous video, the player's weight will be a big obstacle and will need to look at the scale every now and then. Because, as he said, it's super easy to be overweight in my winter car. He said that he is already overweight in his test save, and that's because you have to go everywhere with your car. And the solution for this is just to eat less and healthier. Also a crazy detail, if you run and start to sweat, you will get colder faster. And also when you go in the car, your windows will be blurry because of you are breathing too heavy. And outside is cold, but your breath is warm, so it gets blurry. And here is the reply of Topless Gun talking about the temperature system. Will the player lose temperature quicker if he is wet or wearing a wet set of clothing? Like if the player gets into the shower wearing an outfit for the cold, will that lower its insulating abilities, forcing the player to wear something else? Yes, if the player is sweaty, he will lose temperature quicker. Basically, player still showers, clothes on, but it does not make the clothes wet. As said, there is the default summer clothes all the time, and on top of that, optional winter clothing. Basically 3 levels of clothing. Will the player's hand textures and models change depending on the outfit being worn? Yes, it is possible, but I haven't added that yet. Another reply about roads being full with snow, roads being cleared if there's no snowfall. I know that the snow is static and won't be moved around, but I thought of the idea on days when there's no snowfall, when you go to sleep. The highway is plowed, so there's less snow, giving you more traction. When it snows and you go to sleep, the roads will be recovered in snow. It is a good suggestion. I could try to implement something like that. Changing grip properties depending on weather conditions would be a cool thing. Pretty sure at certain temperatures, 15F or a 9C, I'm not sure, salt is unable to melt ice and snow quick enough. Yeah, salt becomes ineffective around those temperatures. And because the game world experiences mostly colder temps than that, I just left out the salty bits because the complexity. Then again, salt-melted frozen roads tend to be more slippery, and that's what the roads are. And one more thing, this one is about unable to do things with cold fingers, like you can't tighten or loose bolts, nuts on the car if your body temperature is too low. And in general, you are unable to do things which needs sense of touch if you are getting too cold. Also, your screen middle dot cursor should start shaking when you are getting too cold, which makes fixing building main project car much more difficulty when you need readjust your aim constantly. Just some weird thoughts I got on my mind. Hopefully even dozens of people understands what I'm talking about. I need to consider some mechanic related to this so that there was more importance in getting warm garage where to build. Although it shouldn't be mandatory either. I think that all of those suggestions are pretty good. What do you think? Let me know in the comments and also subscribe.